Hey, welcome back! So, we're gonna do this quicksand stage. This is cool, because this was like that one stage that was different than the others, because it wasn't like numbered. It was like literally quicksand, and it's like, why is this quicksand? What is this about? So, let's see. Oh my god! Oh, the quicksand. I always thought that was kind of cool, just like tossing them in. It kind of reminded me of, like, because you could throw enemies in the quicksand in Mario 2, and oh god, your first introduction to the sun. I think the sun doesn't come back until much later, but his presence on this stage like scarred me, because he has that face and he's there, and you're like, why is the sun there? And then like he actually attacks you like midway through the stage, and it's like, oh my god. So that was always like horrifying. I was always scared of like being attacked by the sun. And I wonder if there was any Mario later on where like the sun like becomes a foe that you have to worry about. I'm getting a lot of mushrooms, and I remember as a kid I was like, that was like the thing. If you got mushroom, then it was like, oh, mushroom. But now I think I would appreciate mushroom more. Okay. Like, I probably could have used the mushroom right now. Okay. There should be a power-up here. Yes. It makes you wonder about, like, the level design, like, how do I make it fresh each time? Because this is a 2D platformer, and then it's like eventually the level designers ever get tired or feel like they don't know how to innovate. Because there's really a lot of stages. Let me count. How many stages did I do on this one alone? 1, 2... Wait, no, that was... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... And then there's like 7 stages here. So when you break it down, there's really only 7 stages. So here I am kind of thinking about, like, what if I made a Mario game? And if I knew that I only needed to make 7 stages per world? That's not too bad, actually. Well, I say that now. First introduction to chain chomps. These things scared me, because it's like, there's no obvious way to beat them with your conventional abilities. Like, I don't think your tail works, but then you use a shell, and it's like, oh wow, okay, I think I have a way to beat them now. Any enemy that, if you think about conventional Mario abilities, hold on, this I always thought was kind of funny. Yeah. Whatever, I'm gonna get out of the stage. Is there a chain chomp at the end? Yes, there is. Oh my god. Dude, I think I'm gonna have a lot of lives by... Alright, let me see if I can do a better... Alright, so... Right on the star. Okay... I screwed that up. Okay, mushrooms are easier because it's like every other one is a mushroom. Oh my god. It's like, if you stare too hard at it, you can get dizzy. And I think that's what happened. I was like staring way too hard. Boomerang brother! I always thought the Hammer Brothers were cool. My actual favorite power-up is the, oh god, what's it called? The Hammer Brothers suit. Oh man, that is my favorite. You may have noticed that there was like that noise, and that's supposed to be a clue that there's more around here, and the fact that you just got that hammer, it's like, oh, how do I use this? Oh, surprise. I always thought that this palm tree was cool. I always wanted there to be a palm tree stage here, and I'm disappointed that I couldn't get one. Here we go. Here's what I'm looking for. Is this what I think it is? Yes! The frog suit. It's like... not the greatest like, in most cases, but in the water, it's awesome. Those scared me too, the Fire Brothers. I was like, oh my god, that fire. I fought them just for fun, but again, I'm not gonna use the whistle. And then here's a pyramid stage. I'm telling you, like, just the conscious decision to... Okay, so what's going on here is I'm totally loving Mario 3, and it's funny that I look back and I remember reading an article that Shigeru Miyamoto actually didn't really care. I mean, okay, he looked at this game recently and he was like, you know what? He feels like it's not as good as he thought it could have been, which really surprises me. I mean, okay, he looks at it now. He looked at it now and he was like, really? This is the best we could do? And I feel like, dude, Mario 3's... There's nothing wrong with Mario 3. It's a good game. You know, it doesn't feel like he needs to sell us. It doesn't feel like he needs to sell himself short. I think the point of it, though, is the fact that he has a high standard of quality. That it changes over the years. It's like whatever you know now is like feeling like you're at the skill level where you look at what you used to do and you think it's just no good. And I think that's what was happening with him, is that he looked at Mario 3 and he's a better designer than he was back in like the late 80s or early 90s when this was being developed. And point of the story is that everybody is like that. That even Shigeru Miyamoto can look back at this game and feel like he could have done better, because everybody always feels like they can keep improving at their craft. So it's a reminder to myself not to get too caught up in making the greatest game in the world, because no matter how great I make a game, when I look back at it, I'm probably, at any later point, I'll probably think that I could have done better, no matter what. I always thought it was interesting how just seeing the different forms that each king takes when they're transformed, and then it's seeing what their true form is like. It's always a little cool little immersive element to the games. Will I die if I... No, okay. It's like, if I stand at the edge, is it like gonna kill me? Oh god. Do I want to share this story? I have, my cousin, I remember she was playing this, and... dang it. She was like... I don't know why she was just not good at video games, no matter what, and I wanted her to be good, because number one, I thought it's, like, cool to, like... Because she's a girl, and it's like, I didn't know a lot of girls that were good at video games, and I thought it would be cool if she were good. So I had her playing Mario with me, and I always wanted a second player to play this with. It was Mario All-Stars, which I think on that version you could like transfer your extra lives. So I like gave her a lot of my lives, and I had her. I don't know how, I had like 25 lives that I transferred to her. She did this like 25 times, and she could never get past any of this. Like she would never get to the boss here. She would always die, and she lost all 25 lives. And I was trying to be real patient with her. I was just like, take your time, just be real, you know, don't rush in. And she would just like lose her cool and just like get herself killed. I think I was like 12 years old and she was like 10, something like that. I was just like, man, she couldn't get it. I guess some people, like, I wanted my dad to get into gaming with me, and he same way, like, no matter what, he just couldn't do it. I don't know. I guess some people have a really hard time with video games. Let's see, you can stomp on enemies using Karibo's shoe. That's a weird clue, because the reality of it is you don't actually get a chance to use Karibo's shoe until way later. It's very cryptic. Water World. Alright, so we'll continue this later. Next time. Yeah, later.